FOMO, fear of falling asleep. That's what we have.
FOFA. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the Lifestyle Podcast. I am Anthony Changes, and as per usual, I am joined by the rock-solid superstar of sumo squats and star jumps, Coach Sandy Sachi.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I figured you would like that one.
That is a good one.
What's up, Coach?
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back.
Right? We had a little break.
Yeah. I came back with a nice little tan.
I don't look at you. You been vacation or something?
Yeah, a little bit.
Walking.
Too much. And running. a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, but it feels good to be back.
It does.
We took a couple weeks off. You guys had your little men's powwow.
Yeah, we did. And thankfully, I mean, as of right now, I mean, it premiered last night, so we'll have to check back. But like as of right now, everyone's still married. Right?
That we know.
That we know of. But it was good. It was good to have that conversation with guys. A group of strong, like, alpha male types showcasing, some of their vulnerabilities. I know, we probably didn't get into the nitty-gritty on everyone, but nonetheless, everyone still shared candidly, and I'm very proud of them for that, especially for men's mental health.
Yeah, that's definitely hard to do.
Yeah.
Me as a woman, we just talk about anything. We could just talk about our emotions all day long, right? So it's a little different. So to hear the guys, I have to admit, I'm only halfway through the episode because it is a long episode.
A long one.
Yeah, you guys talk forever.
That's why, like while we took a 2-week break, I didn't. Like, I spent
you were
those 2
editing.
weeks. Yeah, that long ass episode.
Yeah, so I'm only halfway through, but it's I found myself, like, especially in the beginning, like, I was smiling the whole time for you guys, because it was nice to hear the guys talk and just be open and be honest and share some of their own, struggles and things that you all right over there?
Yeah, sorry, I hit my head.
And some of the things that they might have gone through in their own personal lives. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I wish it was a little more deeper, but
same.
We have to take what we can get.
But I mean, like in retrospect, you also realize that like this is something that's going to be viewed.
Of course.
And like these are real people that have their friends watching this. So and I think more importantly than their friends, they have their spouses watching this. So like I get it, I totally get it. But outside of that, we do have a lot of people here in the gym starting 75 hard.
Yeah.
I'm one of them.
Yes.
And like I didn't put a whole lot of thought into it. And I mentioned in my story maybe a week or so ago, like 75 hard, when Sandy first brought that idea to me, I was like, you are out of your fucking mind.
You were
There's
like,
no way in hell. Absolutely not. No. Mm-mm. And then FOMO kicked in because I have a severe case of fear of missing out. And I just started it. On my way back from vacation, I made the decision. I was like, oh, you're starting today?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I'm starting today too.
I know. All right, let's do this.
So while I'm crazy enough to just jump in to do 75 hard without really thinking this through and figuring out how I'm going to plan all my workouts and getting everything done, here you are doing it again yourself.
Yeah, which was just kind of silly, honestly. I was debating the first week. I'm like, man, this is a lot harder this time around than the first time. I don't know why. I don't know because... I don't know. Maybe it's just I have more on my plate that I'm taking care of and doing and stuff like that. So it just seems like I'm shuffling things around all day long.
Yeah.
A combination of also like the weather, like things are just different. It's a different time of the year. When I was doing it before, we had a lot cooler weather and no rain.
Right.
So it was so easy to just get outside and do your thing. Mm-hmm. Now it's like it's raining every day. Every day. So you can guarantee at some point of that 45 minutes, if you're outside doing that workout, you're going to get rained on.
Yeah.
Or something's going to happen.
I learned that in my first week. Like, I walked out, I was like, like the first week, I think it was like day 4 or 5. I walked out, I was like, it's like annoyingly drizzling. So it wasn't like a complete downpour, but I was like, you know what? I don't know what the rest of the day is going to look like, so let me just jump out here and get it done. And like 35 minutes into it, I'm like, okay, solid. It hasn't like completely come down. And then it starts raining. And then like 10 seconds after that, I am sopping wet. I'm like, but I do have to say it felt good. Like I don't remember the last time that I casually strolled through the rain, Like usually like when it starts raining, it's like, I gotta flip the cover. Yeah.
Or just kind of walking.
Yeah,
doing my thing.
But it felt good. It like not to be like weird, but like it felt like I am one with nature. I mean, like I had found my zen, and it was good.
Yeah. So do you see the purpose now, especially now dealing with the elements, the purpose of that outdoor workouts and having to fight through the elements of whatever's going on, regardless of what time of the day it is, if it's raining, if it's whatever you got going on?
I do, and I feel like I don't want to be this committed to myself. Like, this is the most commitment I've shown to myself ever in my entire life. I mean, I see the benefit for sure. Like, all jokes aside, I do see that it's important to commit to yourself because no one is going to do this for you.
Right.
It did seem a little crazy, you know, just walking through the rain and then like coming home and everybody looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing outside this whole time? Like, walking. Why? Cause 75 stupid, you know. But and I definitely see the benefit. And mind you, I'm only on day 8 or 9 right now. What day are we on?
We're on 9.
9.
We're
okay.
doing this together. We're on 9.
Yeah, we're on 9. Okay, so we're
Somebody's
on day 9.
counting.
Yeah, thankfully, because like the app is there for a reason and I'm using it. But like, I'm struggling with being super tired.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's something that like you experienced your first go around, because I'm not doing a super strenuous second exercise. I'm doing my Fit4Lyfe exercise here inside, and my outdoor exercise the first week was all walking. I did yoga yesterday. That's a different conversation. We'll get into that later. But like, you know, I want to get your take on like how to deal with being tired.
Yeah. You know, it's like I said, this go around is a lot harder. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because Jason's doing it as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing the work for him because he's doing the work for himself. He still has to, you know, do his own task items and everything like that. But I guess because we're both doing it, so it's always like we have to work the schedules, the routines, everything around that. The first time around, I felt like there was a lot of silence. I was doing it by myself, so I just worked the days around that, and it was very quiet. There wasn't a lot of noise. There wasn't a lot of me wondering who else, like what workouts everybody's doing or what's going on like that. So I wasn't exhausted at all. Like I didn't feel. Now,
okay, cool. I was like, huh?
I'm tired. I'm tired, but also, I mean, granted, virtual workouts, awesome. They kicked my butt. I sweated out every single day in that garage. But now doing it here in the gym is completely different. Like there's different toys, there's different stuff happening, you know? So it's like, it's a different level of intensity.
Yeah.
And coming here, and I think I've been doing 5 days here and 5:15 in the morning. So now I'm up earlier. So I'm up at 4:40, you know, coming here, taking that class in the morning, trying to do the 5 days. And then one day when Jason's here on the Tuesday mornings, I do my own thing at home, which is much more low key. And then on Sundays, we're just kind of, you know, working in whatever we can, honestly. But it's definitely, I'm exhausted. Like last night, I had shared day 8. I forgot to post my completed because I'm trying to track it more this time too.
Oh, okay.
So I'm tracking it more.
I left that alone. I was like,
so I'm tracking it on Instagram, and I have like my little what's it called, feature folder, whatever.
Okay.
What's it
The
called?
stories.
Highlights.
Yeah.
The highlights. So I'm trying to keep track of it, just so that for my own reference, so I can go back and see it, and also for anybody else that's interested in possibly doing it or whatever. Right. So I'm trying to keep track of it. So I forgot to post my completed picture, so I posted it this morning. I forgot because I went to sleep early after we were done like reading and I was done with everything, because now you have a fear of falling asleep, right? FOMO, fear of falling asleep. That's what we have.
Full
a fear.
file.
I'm afraid I'm going to fall asleep without reading or taking the progress picture, whatever the case may be, and then having to start over. I do not want to start over.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
And especially when we have a group of us doing this.
Right. No.
We can't. We got to keep going.
Right.
So I think everybody's tired. And we got 3 coaches here doing it.
Right.
So we're all shifting our like schedules and things like that. And you know, I'm coming in on Tuesday mornings so that Jason could take a class on Tuesday mornings because he used to teach all day and work all day. So we're shifting that around. Coach D is covering Thursday mornings so Jason can be able to sleep a little bit and also take class or run or whatever his schedule is. And then, you know, just vacations and things like that, we're all working with each other.
Yeah.
Which I know is not against Andy's whole theory, but it doesn't go in line with what he says, because he says that you shouldn't have a coach, you shouldn't have anybody that you're checking in with, you shouldn't have any of that stuff.
Okay.
Like, you should be doing this solely for yourself.
I ain't talking to nobody.
Right? And I get it. I get the mental side of it, because again, it is a mental challenge. This is not a weight loss challenge. And going into it, sure, you can lose weight, absolutely, if you're doing it with a certain type of diet, if you're, you know, eating less than what you're burning.
Yeah, I can definitely see how Andy doesn't want people to check in, but I like the checking in aspect. I get it, like, you have to be accountable to yourself, so I can see that being like a key tenet of this program. I'm struggling with the app. You know, I am taking notes, you know, every day that I complete it, but like, I think it was on day 2 or 3, I went to bed after midnight, but like in the app it's set up, you know, to end at midnight. So I was like, did you fuck up? Like,
I know.
Did you fail?
In the morning.
No, chill. Like,
I know. Did you complete
relax.
the day?
Yes.
And
yes.
then if you say yes, it says, are you sure?
Right. No, you're only lying to yourself. I'm like, hey, well, hold on.
Listen.
Hey, ease up on all the accusations here, big dog. Like, what the
You
hell?
know, you could change the time.
Yes, but then, like, if I tried to, and then it was like, well, if you change the time, your day ends in 2-3 hours, because I wanted to set it to 3 o'clock in the morning.
Gotcha.
Because I never go to bed that late.
Yeah.
But then it was like, your day is gonna end day 6. I think it was day 5 that it happened. It was like, day 6 is gonna end in 3 hours. And I was like, oh, chill, you know, like, I ain't even start day. I ain't even gonna sleep yet.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, I've kind of lacked on posting the completed day. And
Right,
like,
right.
I'm caught up.
Right.
And I've done everything so far.
Right.
This yoga shit. Let's get into that for just a second. So like, I did the first week all walking, my second outdoor workouts. I think this week I'm gonna do all yoga, and then like, just that way, like, each week there's a different type of exercise that I'm getting familiar with.
Yep.
You know, like, so maybe next week I'll do biking, and maybe the next day swimming. I don't know about the swimming part, because if it's raining and the water too cold, it's not gonna happen. I'll just be honest with you, it's not gonna happen. But I'll figure something out.
You just hang out in the pool.
Yeah.
Do my outdoor workout.
But yoga, in my mind, yoga was like
chill
as fuck, like soft and relaxing and like comfortable, and like it's just like movement, and it's fluid. It's not at all. And like, they had me doing this like warrior pose, and like they're like fucking reverse that shit, and I was not prepared. I fell over a few times, and I burned like 400 calories in 45 minutes.
You're stressing over trying to hold that damn movement.
Facts. And like, it was outside, it was hot, and I'm feeling sweat like trickle down my back, and it's tickling me and shit. And I'm like, this is uncomfortable.
You're supposed to hold that pose.
Yeah, and like, you know, he says, just breathe. I'm like, what? And like, I'm trying, but like, I'm bent in a way that doesn't allow my lungs to expand appropriately for the amount of oxygen I'm expending, trying to hold this fucking pose.
Oh my God.
It's good.
We've done yoga. I've made my kids do yoga with me.
Oh, man.
Like nighttime yoga. I'm like, all right, let's give this a try. You know, this is like before bedtime. We're just gonna chill. We're going and do this like kids YouTube yoga. Kids,
No,
you know? I'm like,
no.
I put this thing on. I'm like, what the hell? We're all twisted and turned around. They didn't go to sleep.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I had so much energy after, and I was like, I can imagine your kids were like, we're fucking ready to go. No.
It was not bedtime yoga. It was we laughed more than anything. So it was definitely a good experience. But yeah, I'm just not a yogi type person.
No.
I'm not down with the program. I mean, some people are. It's funny. Shout out to Jenny, that's a week ahead of us, or 2 weeks ahead of us.
Yep.
She did yoga one day too, and she also had mentioned the same thing. She's like, that shit was hard. And then she was like, I'm like 10 minutes in. I'm like, is this over with yet?
Yeah, I was like,
done yet?
Right. 10 minutes in, like, I got to do everything I just did another 4 times. Like, this is not good.
It's bad. It's
Yeah.
bad. Like, that's even another reason why, even at home doing the workouts on your own, like if you're not able to do a class and you got to do 45 minutes at home and if you're doing your indoor workout, I'm like, how many reps can I do here? It is forever.
Yeah. That's why, like, walking so far, like, I mean, granted, I've done 7 walking workouts and 1 yoga exercise. Today's day 9, and I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. Like, I want to say I'm going to do yoga again, but I'm like, do I really want to jump down that path?
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you'll have to figure it out. Maybe there's a different type of yoga.
Yeah, like I typed that into like yoga for beginners, and like all of it was like 20-30 minutes. So I jumped on the Apple Fitness Plus.
Yep.
To try and find a yoga thing, and I found one that was 45 minutes, and it wasn't for beginners. They didn't have any of those options. It wasn't like easy, medium, hard. It's all yoga. All yoga is hard.
Yeah,
that's just what it boils down to.
Yeah.
And then I was kind of nervous because like like when you start the program on Apple Plus or Apple Fitness Plus, it immediately starts your watch. And it says it's a 45-minute program, but that shit ended at 44 minutes and 56 seconds. And I was like, this shit better count. Like, I'm not, like, I was...
Do some jumping jacks.
Yeah, I did. I did a couple extra push-ups at the end. I was like, you're not going to cancel this for me. I'm not starting over.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, that's what happens, too. Like, sometimes with the walks, I'll do like my same route, but if you walk a little bit faster, now you're screwed. Because now I get back to my house, I'm like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm sure the neighbors are like, what the hell is she doing?
Yeah, crazy Sandy at it again.
I got to hit that 45 minutes. And let me tell you, I am not doing anything more than I have to. So 45 minutes, boom, done. Yeah. Thank you very much.
I think the longest I've gone over is by 2 seconds. Like, nope, I'm stopping. Even if I'm not back at my house yet, I'm stopping the fucking workout here, and then I will casually get back to the house.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. I'm like 45 minutes. That is it. I am done. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Clock's out.
I've walked at work to kind of just to make sure that it gets done. And I brought a buddy of mine with me last time, and I told him, I was like, I average about 2 miles in that 45 minutes. Yep. Sometimes more, sometimes less. And when I walked with him, we walked like 2.5 miles. And like when we got to mile 2, he was like, "Yeah, we're done, right?" I was like, "No, bro. Like I said 45 minutes, not like 2 miles." So, but.
He must have had fun.
We did. We had a good conversation, but he was like, "You're doing 75 what? What is this?" And I told him the pro, and he's like, "You're crazy." I was like, "I know. Don't remind me. Like, I need you to motivate me right now."
There's how many of us are doing it here, which is very interesting because we got quite a few of us.
Quite a few
here doing it at the gym, and I was explaining to a couple newer members here that when one of us does something, be prepared because you all are going to get involved in some sort of way.
You are not alone.
The marathon is coming up, New York City Marathon.
Y'all are by yourself.
So you can expect lots of laps happening and all that stuff because we are a unit. We are a team and a family. We're going to do this together. Yeah. I feel bad for everybody. Yeah. So we have me and you, Jason, Derek, Jenny. Suzette, Suzette's doing it.
I saw that yesterday. I was like, Suzette, you go, girl.
Yeah,
you suffering with us?
Yep,
solid.
Suzette's doing it. Pablo. And is that it? There's 7 of us?
I feel like there's more. I
don't know. I think that's it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to rack my brain. Pause.
I know. Wait a minute.
Go through everybody.
Yeah. So there's 7 of us doing it. So we're all keeping each other in line. And if you still have the Under Armour Map My Run or whatever, every time,
notifications all throughout the day.
Ding. I'm like,
2 o'clock in the morning. Who's finishing the workout?
Who did their workout? Who did their workouts? And so it's cool to keep each other accountable. I find it a healthy way to just stay active. Of course, you have to find what works best for you. Right. At the end of the day, and if program doesn't work out, it doesn't work out for you, and it's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah, absolutely. I
mean, I don't want it to be all good and not work out for me because I'm committed.
Yeah. I like it. I like the structure.
Just like committing to do Murph again, like that was a mistake, and not in the way you think it was. Like it was a great workout, but like again, going back to being tired. Like I finished Murph and I was like, mind you.
You look tired coming into Murph.
Yeah, listen, we're not gonna talk about the night before. Like, I got all my activities done, and like, some extracurriculars, but like,
you look tired.
I was so tired.
I was like, man, and then, I don't think I've ever seen you look that tired.
It's like
homeboy was tired.
Yeah, like we scheduled. Like they told me, oh yeah, we're gonna meet at like 7:30. I was like, can we meet at like 8? And then Derek was like, I mean, yeah, we could probably push it back to 8. It might take people a few minutes to get here, and then. I was the first person here. So I was like, you know what? Like, this isn't about me. Like, we're not doing Murph again because I want to do Murph. We're here to support someone else. And if they had just, set the time at 7:30, I'm going to be here at 7 o'clock. But I was in the car, just like I was this morning. I was like, man, if they ain't here by 7:31, I'm not leaving, but I'm going to take a nap in the car. Like, they're going to have to come wake me up.
Right?
But yeah, we definitely support each other, which is a great thing about this gym. And that's why everyone is jumping on the trend of 75 hard now. We let Sandy be the crash test dummy right. and see how it worked for her.
I survived.
You survived. No rhabdo, no nothing.
No rhabdo, no, I didn't damage any sort of, because there's tons of controversy about damaging like your metabolism and this and that. And again, I do believe that it's something that is not necessarily a beginner program. Right. I don't think that the average person that never works out, doesn't know anything about nutrition, should just jump into it thinking that they're going to get these crazy results.
Right.
I just really believe somebody on that level should definitely be coached through it, or do it in a team right. with a group of people, because then you're able to bounce off ideas.
Or modify it.
Right, and people are able to tell you, listen, that's a little bit extreme. Like, you got 75 days. That's a long time. You know, like, save the craziness for those last 7 days.
No, I'd rather not. I'd rather like save the craziness for like 7 years from now. Like.
Right. But seriously, so I think that's where it can be damaging, mm-hmm. and it can definitely mess with you mentally and physically, because if you're on some extreme crash diet, when you're done, what are you going to do? It's not sustainable.
Right.
So you can expect weight gain and other issues, you know, coming from like the competing side of things, and just knowing that that's what happens, because it's about the same time frame of when you're training, you know. So you have to keep those things in mind.
Yeah. So like, speaking, like, since everyone kind of jumped on this trend, let's jump into today's official topic, which is trending, social media, influencing, multi-level marketing, and all the pluses and minuses of that world. I know, like, on Instagram, I'm part of a weight loss community, and I see a lot of this taking place. And a few people have posted about like the detriment of social media influencing, and specifically like with health and weight loss products. You know, it's like not a whole lot of research is done into the person that they're getting to influence or promote their product. And the reverse of that, like, you're not, the person that's influencing or promoting this product isn't doing research into the product itself.
Right.
So it's kind of a sticky situation for the normal everyday consumer the burden of research falls on you before you make that purchase, to not fall victim to this. I don't want to say it's scam, because it's not necessarily a scam, but like, you know, you don't want to get yourself into a situation where you followed this person, they promoted a product, you get the product, it doesn't work for you, and you're bitter.
Right.
You know? So talk to us about your experience with multi-level marketing, and whether or not that had any social media marketing attached to it.
Right. For those that don't know, I did Beachbody for years. I mean, I still am an active coach. Like, I still have an active account and stuff like that. I don't promote the products or anything like that. Not saying that it's a bad company or that's bad products or anything like that, because it's a great company, and it's changed a lot of lives. And it's a fitness and nutrition type of company. As far as like when I got started with the multi-level marketing, you know, there's always talks about how it's like a scam, and it's this, and they're trying to convince you to do something that's not ethical, or it's not like something good, or not good morals and values. I don't think any of that. You know, I don't think any of that about the business. It truly helped me grow as an individual, big time. You know, it helped me grow. It helped me put my priorities in line. It introduced me to like personal development, reading, and really, you know, feeding my mind with positive things, because we all need that, given especially social media and everything going on around us. You know, it taught me all that side. It gave me the push to build Fit4Lyfe. You know what I mean? It gave me that push, because it gave me that belief to be able to do something. Now, it became a little sticky and a little weird was when, you know, I'm here doing Fit4Lyfe, I'm doing these workouts at Fit4Lyfe, and I'm promoting a product but not using the product. And that's where it got like really sticky, and that's why I no longer am active, because I felt like I wasn't being true and real to my audience. my audience. I wasn't going to say like, I'm doing this crazy workout over here through Beachbody. You guys should buy it because it's a great product, and I'm drinking these shakes and I'm doing all this stuff, when in reality, I'm doing something else.
Right.
Like, I didn't feel like it was fair. Now, as far as like, am I going to judge other people that do that? No, whatever. I mean, it's their life. It is what they do. But I feel like a lot of people do that. They're saying, you know, hey, use this product because they're getting commissions off of that product, and they're gaining money, and they're gaining audience, and they're gaining followers, and they're gaining the light on them for these products and stuff, when in reality they're not necessarily doing it, or they don't know a lot about the products. So that's a little bit about my history. Again, I'm not saying that those products are bad.
Right.
Beachbody products, they work. Fitness programs, they work. I did them. Jason did them. Jason was on an infomercial for it. You know what I mean? Like, they work. We did it.
Shirts off.
Right? Seriously. We did the product. They work. It's a great program. It's great for people that need that. But for me, it wasn't working for me anymore.
Right.
So when it came to being an influencer for that, and sharing those products and talking about them and being like, hey, do them, I didn't feel it was right when I was like hiding the other thing that I'm actually really doing. And my results are not from this, they're from something else. So I didn't feel like that was being fair.
Yeah, I mean, and that's good that you have that moral standpoint, you know, that you have that baseline to be like, you know, this is not, it's not honest to what I'm doing.
Right.
Not that the product doesn't work, but if I'm not using the product and my results are stemming from something else, it makes no sense for me to promote this.
Right.
You know, because a lot of people, especially on social media, and I'm sure you've heard it from your kids before, like, what do you want to be? I want to be a YouTuber. You know, I want to be Instagram famous.
That's
you know?
what they want to do. YouTuber.
Yeah, and there's a great big appeal to having 1 million followers and having a blue check mark next to your name. And what businesses can pay me to promote their product, I don't give a fuck whether the product works or not. Like, I'm going to secure the bag.
Yeah.
You know? And I understand why people are attracted to that idea. And the reason we're having this conversation is because a buddy of mine, Anthony Porro, who's on Instagram, lost a ton of weight. Super proud of this guy. He talked about staying true to yourself in a Wisdom Wednesday post that he had done recently. And like, that really stuck with me, because it's like, yes, we're attracted to the appeal of being social media famous and having a bunch of followers, but like, if you're doing it for the wrong intention, it's gonna backfire eventually, you know. And there's plenty of cases of celebrities getting endorsement deals and it backfiring tremendously. You know, like Anna Nicole Smith was with Trim Spa before she passed away in 2007, and they found Slim Fast in her refrigerator in her hotel. Kirstie Alley, when she was with I think it was Jenny Craig.
Yep.
You know, she lost a bunch of weight and then gained it all back, and then it was some stickiness there, and then Charles Barkley with Weight Watchers was like, "That shit's a scam," because he wasn't just talking about Weight Watchers, but you know. So I guess the point that I'm trying to make here is that when it comes to social media and companies trying to promote their product, they latch on to people that have a bunch of followers, but they don't do research into the person that they're getting to promote their product. And I guess at this point they don't really care, because it's like, you know, we sent you a box of stuff that we can write off, you know, and we're just getting you, and it's essentially free marketing. We're taking a small hit if it doesn't work out. My problem with this is that in the weight loss community, there's a lot of vulnerability for us that are people that are trying to lose fat and trying to get a healthier lifestyle in order. So we're enticed by this quick fix, you know, and it can be difficult, and it's tricky to navigate through the waters of social media, because you see people that you respect, you see people that have lost a bunch of weight and have worked hard as fuck. Right. And then when they start promoting a product, you're like, that's got to be what they use to get to where they are. Yep. And that's not the case. Right. And that bugs me, because I know that I've never enjoyed celebrity endorsements for products, because it's like, Dan Marino, did you really use Nutrisystem? Yeah. Like, you probably did for a little bit. Yeah. But like, you know, you're also have the money
using it.
Yeah, right. And like, I'm sure you've got money to pay for, you know, someone to cook your own food, or you know what I mean? Like, celebrity endorsements have never worked for me. And the fact that they're now reaching out to everyday people just because they have 100,000 followers kind of bugs me.
Yeah. And that's the biggest thing now in social media, is that the more followers you have, the higher your chances are of getting hit with DMs from these companies and these businesses that are like, hey, do you want to promote this and that? And there actually are companies, a lot of supplement companies, if you go on their websites and you want to be a, what do they call them? Not an influencer,
a brand ambassador.
Ambassador, yeah. It'll tell you on there, one of the specifics, do you have 10,000 followers on Instagram? Like, it'll tell you, because the only way they're even going to consider you to do anything like that is if you have this amount of followers. And it's not even that, let's just say I'm looking to do something like that I'm using the products. I'm just going to go do it in hopes that maybe I'll be Insta famous, which is the biggest thing. And a lot of that is, it's so tricky and just nasty at times, because as a woman looking at Instagram and the constant, like, in your face of the pictures and the videos and this person and that person and this angle of that person is perfect and this one's not, and I have to constantly be keeping up, and I got to get this product and I got to do this supplement in order to keep up with everything. Like, sometimes it's just like, enough. Like, I'm so done with it.
It's noisy.
Because it's just too much, because it's not real anymore. It's not real life. Like, I feel Facebook is, and people can disagree, I feel Facebook is a little bit more real life. Not saying that it's all real life, because people don't share everything on it, but I feel like there's more stories, like people tell more stories about their life and share a little bit more, because Instagram is all pictures and videos. That's all you see, pictures, these beautiful pictures, and people are not usually posting a picture on Instagram unless it's already been filtered and turned and twisted and this and that and shaped up to the way they want to be. Facebook, I feel is like a little bit less of that. So it's very mind trippy, and just, it really messes with you.
Yeah. There's a comedian that I follow by the name of Ryan Davis, and he has a video out called, or something to the effect of, like, social media is not real.
True.
But the point he was making was that it's like, it's not a real place. Like, you go there to present yourself as one way, when in reality you're nowhere near that. And he was, I think the example he gave was like, if you're at a playground and you got a group of women out there shaking their ass and dancing, twerking, whatever
at the playground.
At the playground. And then you've got like another group of guys, just smoking weed or whatever, drinking, doing whatever. That's how social media is. So, like, you wouldn't allow your children to play in that playground, but you allow your kids to be on social media to see that, and all in one area. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not a real place, but people treat it as though this is where I belong. Like, I've found my spot. So it gets really tricky when you're incorporating, like, a weight loss supplement. So, like, for me, I'm trying to document my journey of weight loss and living a healthier life, in the hopes of inspiring the next person to get off their ass and live their best life. But even I'm not completely honest, 100% completely, I'm not free of the same traps of trying to portray my journey as show my progress, as naturally as it's occurring. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like it's really messy, but I don't think using everyday people for promotion of your products is the best move. From a business standpoint, I get it, but I don't think that's it's a moral dilemma for me.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, I'm always morals and values above anything else. If it's going to compromise what I believe in and how I'm being true to myself, and also being an example to my kids, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to. I've had people reach out all the time, like DMs about, try this fitness clothing, or go to this site and become a, ambassador for this and that. And I'm just like, really? Like, one, who are you? Two, what are your products? Three, why don't you send something so that I can try it and see what it is and stuff like that. And not saying like I'm a huge influencer anyways, but it goes to show you that sometimes there's not even, nowadays, it doesn't even matter how many followers you have or not. You're going to be hit with these people that are constantly trying to get the next person on board to promote their product, not necessarily because they believe in the product or that they even know what it is. Or who's making the product? You don't know. I
think there's also like an underbelly of that same style. So, like, while you may reach out to people that have 100,000 followers, like, promote my product, I think there's an appeal for people to want to be brand ambassadors and whatnot. So you have these other companies underneath that don't have as many dollars to spend, reaching out to people that don't have as many followers just to make a sales. Like, hey, do you want to be a brand ambassador? Sure, send me some free shit. No, actually, we need to charge you for what we gonna send you. You mean so like
we'll give you a code though that you can use.
You can use 10% off, but we gonna need $25 for this little bracelet that we want you to wear. You know, it's messy. But also, if you want to send us some free shit, like, go ahead. You can slide in my DMs whenever you want. But I don't know. I think it's more organic to review products as opposed to just, hey, for 10% off, use my code and they're paying me to do this, or they sent me some, free samples.
Right. Or joining in on something, feeling that it's going to help you advance, not necessarily because you believe in it, but just because it's a known company and I'm going to be able to advance in what I'm doing and where I'm going if I just go ahead and do this for a little while and maybe break what I believe in to just go ahead and do this. Right. Which is hard. And there's a perfect example because a friend of ours recently posted on Facebook, and I'll share the story, and he got offered something with Nike. And he was asking, and just generic, asking if you got offered something to promote something for a company such as Nike, would you do it even though you don't like the products? Like, would you do it?
I sell my soul in a heartbeat. Nike, shout out to y'all.
See, I'm the opposite. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I believe that if you don't if it's affecting, like, if morals and values are affected in that sort of way, regardless of whatever the company is, I'm not going to do it. Morals and values, because I feel like it's going to come back and bite you in the ass eventually, somewhere down the line. Sure, yeah, it's great. That would be freaking amazing. Nike, you could come in here. Listen, I wear it.
Yeah, right. I would lift my leg up too, but I'm not that flexible because I ain't finished yoga this week.
You got it on your hat.
Oh yeah, Nike,
right.
Shut up.
Listen, I would do it because I don't have anything against the company.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's just me. But I think he specifically was saying that he doesn't agree with the company.
Gotcha.
So is he going to break his beliefs and things like that just because it's Nike?
Well, everybody has a price, and I get that. Like, I was joking about, like, I sell my soul. Like, that was a little extreme. Like, chill out.
I'll just smack you over the head.
Yeah, you should. I deserve it. I earned it. But I also don't have a problem with Nike. So if I believe in the brand, absolutely.
That's 100%.
It's like me like promoting Fit4Lyfe, and I've never taken a class. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
come on now.
That's like, I mean, like, cool. Like, if I was an influencer, like, okay, cool. But, like, even still, it's like, how can I expect people to trust my opinion if I'm not an active user of the product?
Right. Because the thing is that once people find out you lied, now what?
Your brand is ruined.
Exactly.
You mean, like, you're
Exactly. So you lied, whoever, a celebrity or person lied, you know what I mean? So there's a lot, it's a domino effect.
Yeah.
So I think as a person, you have to think about that. And on social media, unfortunately, the way that it is, a lot of people are trying to advance.
Right.
And they're trying to find the next thing that they can do. And sure, like, I'm trying to advance, grow our business and our gym and stuff like that. And if somebody came and approached me with something, regardless of, what it is, I mean, have I used the product? Do I believe in it? I'm not going to just promote it just because it's going to help give us more exposure for the gym. Like, I truly have to believe in it. And it has to be a part of my life in order for it to be a part of whatever it is that I'm doing, because I don't want it to come back and be like, oh, well, you lied about this, you lied about that, and here we go, domino effect, and and the company's a flake and all this stuff. So I'm not down with that.
No, like, there's two examples I can think of with celebs that have failed on their endorsement deals like that. So, like, one was Oprah. She had, I guess, signed a deal with Microsoft to promote the Surface tablet. She tweeted about it, but Twitter snitched on her because it said, like, via Twitter for iPad. You know what I mean? So, like, whoopsie. Yeah. And then I think it was what's his name? Married to Posh Spice, David Beckham. David Beckham. I guess signed a deal for Samsung Galaxy phones, and then somebody snapped a picture of him holding the iPhone, and they're like, I get it. You're trying to do damage control. Like, no, I was holding my homie's phone. They're like,
right.
Oh, all right. We're going to snatch that, promote that endorsement deal from you.
It's so hard to know what's real life and what's not nowadays. Because, I mean, how many times have you not posted a picture because it's not the right angle or the right look, or as what you think that it should look like. And I'm the same way. Like I prevent myself from sharing and posting a lot of things because I'm like, there's so many things I have to think about. Business, kids, family, this, that, what's going to go on. Unfortunately, that's just the way that it is. So it's okay to just disconnect and not be a part of that too, and not be a part of the mess, because it messes with you mentally big time. I think that's one of the reasons why I love 75 Hard so much, is because it keeps my day so structured and so like no wasted time, because you have to be like, okay, I gotta do this workout, I gotta do that workout, I gotta read, and in between that I gotta cook, I gotta clean, I gotta do all my things that are important for me in my life, and also be present for my kids and my family and the gym and this, that it keeps my days structured. When I'm not on something like that to that extreme, my mind is like wandering, and I'm like, oh, well, I could just do that later. Like I don't have to do that. I could just do it later, type of thing.
Yeah, I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago, just in a personal conversation, how you do like social media free Sundays or something like that, where or technology, where like you and the kids and Jason, like you guys all just let's come together and enjoy physically what we can enjoy.
Being present. And that's one of the reasons why, like even here at the gym, like Sundays are kind of an off day, like for everybody. Just give everybody, including our employees and the members here, just a day off. Like just disconnect. It's healthy. It's healthy to do it. Like you don't always have to be like on all the time. And granted, like we are so guilty. I am so guilty of not having boundaries with like the social media and the connecting with me. And somebody texts me, I'll text them back. But I'm starting to set those boundaries, and knowing that like on Sundays we did no YouTube Sundays.
That's
Jason started it.
Yeah,
no YouTube Sundays. Kids cannot watch any YouTube on Sundays. One, we're just tired of hearing it all the time, all day long. And two, it's just overwhelming, and it's just too much, and get the kids to do something else. Right. But it's like baby steps, and you have to figure out what works best for you and your family and your lifestyle and whatever it is. But social media can be very, one, time consuming, two, extremely overwhelming. It's mentally just can tear you up mentally.
Because it gives you a false sense of what is expected. Yeah. And that kind of ties into the whole concept of the last episode with men's mental health. Like society gives you these standards to live by and makes it difficult for you to reach out. So now when you incorporate social media, which gives you a set of standards to live by or present yourself as, it's a recipe for disaster.
Right, because it's so hard to, if you're sharing certain things about who you are and what it is, and you have all these social media friends and followers and things like that, and then it's like you're really a different person. What's real, what's not? Like, who are you? Right. Type of thing. So yeah, it could be very challenging then to now come forward and be honest with you and your audience, knowing that this is going to change everything. That takes a lot. That's a lot of courage. That's hard to do. Very
difficult. All right, Coach. Well, I don't have any other questions or comments.
I know. It's a nice, quick,
easy breezy.
Right? Where we at? We are, by the time this airs, what are we in July?
Yeah.
So new challenges.
Oh man, are we ready? Like, I'm not gonna lie, like my six pack feels strong under this belly. It does. Like we were doing it today. We were doing the flutter kicks and the sit ups. I was like,
getting stronger.
Look at that thing feel good.
Right. But we have the Fall 45 coming up.
We do.
Which would be great for all these people doing 75 hard.
Yeah.
Roll right into it.
Yeah.
Literally.
I know. I was talking to Jenny because she's a week or two ahead of us, and she was like, I'm gonna be sitting back watching y'all sipping my tequila like this.
I bet she is.
I was like, you earned it, girl. She's like, I planned it just so that my 75 hard would end on my birthday, right before my birthday, so I can go drink.
Yeah, I was gonna say it better end before her birthday, not on her birthday, because that would kind of suck.
You gotta rewind 74 days, baby girl, like start all over.
No. Yeah. So yeah, Fall 45 starts. So we have the newsletter coming out, so more information will go in there, so people kind of get an idea of what's happening, and then new month, new goals. We are over the halfway point of the year.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We're rolling. Here we go again. Rolling.
I feel like 2020 took 2 years to finish, and then 2021 is like a fast forward.
Gone.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is gone. We are going.
My birthday's coming up.
I know.
I'm excited. The end of July.
Nice. What are we gonna do?
Not drink.
And not eat cake. I'll make you a
overnight oats. Like I'll take overnight oats with a candle in it.
There you go. It's funny because I was talking to Jason. We were talking about getting cheesecake, right? from Vita's over here. Shout out to Vita's because they have amazing cheesecake. They have a keto cheesecake, and I'm like, well, can I be on a keto diet?
For one day, I can make it happen. Like,
because I'm like, technically, it's part of my diet. I can eat that cheesecake because it's keto.
Right. I mean, as long as it fits in your macros, right?
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Shout out to Vita's.
Yep.
All right, folks. We love y'all. Be safe. Stay fit.
Peace out. Bye.